we going to get right to it like we always do. We ripping Band-Aids off. Thursday night football tonight coming up. Buffalo Bills versus the Miami Dolphins. We going to see what's going on with that. I ain't even going to get no rundown this early. We finna just talk about it bit by bit, topic by topic. So the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Like I said, Thursday night football tonight. It should be an intriguing matchup. Divisional matchups always end up good. The Dolphins, they ain't been looking too good. Well, the first week they got blitzed. Um, they got smacked, and then last week they played a little bit better. Still couldn't pull it off, but offense looked a little better. They moved the ball a little bit more, so we'll see what to expect from them tonight. They saying Mike McDaniel's on a hot seat or whatever. I mean, the Dolphins really haven't been winning. Shit, they weren't winning with Dan Marino. I mean, they got to a bowl once, but that's a franchise that like I know they fan base is going through it right now or been going through it because them boys they haven't been winning. It's been years they wasn't even in the playoffs. So we got to see what's going on with them right now. They're starting off on 2. The coach got a lot going on as far as media talk, back and forth with the players. Tyreek, Tua done said some things. Tua can't stay healthy. He just looked bad. That first game, he looked terrible. I ain't had nothing good to say about that first game from him. Second game, like I said, they finally got Reek the ball down the field. Waddle was moving the ball, getting active out there. So, they looked a lot better week 2, but yeah, it's just tough for them boys right now. We're gonna see Buffalo riding high right now, coming in off 2 good games to open the season up. That crazy comeback versus Baltimore. They did it. They had a good game. That was probably like one of the best opening games you're gonna ever see. To kick off a season. It don't matter what sport for real. Like that was a hell of an opening game on them boys' part. Then they followed it up last week. They whooped the Jets. Justin Fields got hurt, concussed or whatever, but they whooped them boys up and down the field. Allen them ain't really have to do a whole lot. It was an efficient game. James Cook went off, a couple touchdowns, over 100 scrimmage yards. I want to say like 130, 140 range type. So, yeah, James Cook, he had a good game, got on the board, scored a couple touchdowns. So you would think due to the build-up that it'll be like normally. It'll be a high offensive output going into this game. That's what it's normally be advertised, but just the Dolphins, right now you could call them inconsistent because the first week they looked terrible. The second week they looked better, but they still did some things. I mean, hence they on 2, so we just going to see. I'm looking for Buffalo not to have like a total letdown, but coming off 2 big wins, then like I ain't saying they overlooking the Dolphins, but the Dolphins playing bad to start the season, but they not overall a terrible team. Like they got weapons. Anytime you got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on the outside, I mean, you got a chance to put up some points. Achan, he back there running the ball. I mean, Tua is a guy that can get it done for you as far as getting the ball out quick if his guy's getting open, if it's set up for him well. So we'll see, but I think that game gonna be closer than a lot of people think. I don't think Buffalo gonna run away with it. I do think Buffalo get the win, but it's gonna be close. I'm predicting a close game tonight. Tyreek, like I said, Tyreek and Waddle have more motion coming off that first game, so I could see them boys set up for success tonight. Buffalo, in my estimation, they pass defense. You could get them. You could get them. You definitely could get them boys deep. We seen it done before. I say that's like the one thing on defense that Buffalo lack, in my opinion. I mean, they secondary, they just signed the one just to the contract, Beneford. he all right. I think now that's just about market value nowadays. You're going to get paid what the market telling you. So we ain't never hating on nobody. Get what you get. You feel me? We want everybody to get their cheese. So it is what it is. But they secondary just all right to me. Cole Bishop back there, like, he just cool. Like, them, they ain't got nobody really accounting for back there, especially now with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. So I think that aspect of it can do a lot for the Bills. Not for the Bills, a lot for the Dolphins against the Bills today. But just ultimately, when it comes down to Josh Allen, the quarterback matchup, the Miami Dolphins defense ain't nothing to really write home about either. So he should be able to get whatever he need out the situation too. So yeah, I think this one gonna be more so like a shootout. I can see this turning into like a shootout type of game for sure. I definitely see this turning into like a shootout. How about the Canes? Yeah, shit, they got a big matchup this week. Well, it's supposed to be a big matchup with the Florida Gators, but the Gators, look, DJ Lagway just threw 5 picks last game. They was down there at LSU. They ain't take advantage. They got took advantage of out there. So I think the Canes should do something. But when they see this right here, that's what we looking for. This is what we looking for, that matchup. October 6th, Florida State versus Miami gonna be back. Like, this gonna be a real good matchup for the first time in a couple years. The Canes was good last year. They had a good season. But both teams going into this matchup should be good. So I'm looking forward to that this year. So we'll see about that. But yeah, that's pretty much what Thursday night football, like I said, shit, we can expect a lot of points. I feel like high flying matchup. So that's gonna be that. We're gonna roll into, I want to talk about Baker Mayfield a little bit. Bucks playing good to start the season. Bucks been playing good the last couple years, to be honest. They've been winning, been in the playoffs. Baker Mayfield, he been looking all right. Like, he been looking good with the Bucks. But it's like coming off that Monday night football game, there was a lot of talk about Baker Mayfield in the media. Baker Mayfield, he's turning it around. He's looking good, and he is. He definitely is. I'll give you that. But it's like, my one thing about the whole Baker Mayfield situation is like, we got to remember that this brother was a first overall pick in the draft. So he got talent. Like, it ain't like he a bum off the street. Like, the man won a Heisman, was the first overall pick in college. But the thing about it is, he blew out at a couple stops. So it's like, when you blow out at a couple spots, then it boiled down to like, how you gonna perform after your third, fourth chance. He got it right. He got to a good situation. He got weapons around him in a good system. Team that know how to win. They won the Super Bowl with Brady, so it's working out for him. But it's just like, I feel like we got to pump the brakes a little bit on it, because he's good, but I ain't saying it like that. We see what we do this year, but I mean, they just been make it to the playoffs, first round exit. Like, that's cool, but it don't warrant you moving up a tier in them quarterback talks, in my opinion. Like, is he a solid quarterback? Yeah, he's good. But I just think like it's a little bit overhype coming in on Baker Mayfield right now. I just want to temper it down a little bit, because like I said again, he is a former first overall pick that flamed out at a couple stops along the way. So the narrative is warranted for him to not be getting that praise or being looked at in a certain light, just based off the facts like that we've been presented with throughout his career so far. So we'll see like what he do going forward, and what the Bucks do. I mean, they should win a division. The Falcons gonna be a good team this year too, but we just ultimately got to see what they do at the end, and then that's ultimately how Baker Mayfield will be judged. Like, he's a good quarterback, though. I ain't taking nothing away from him, but we got to slow down a little bit on them talks, man. That's all I have for that one. We just got to slow down on them talks a little bit. WNBA Rookie of the Year was announced. Paige Beckers. I don't think it was much of a surprise to most people. Like, she had a good season, great season. put up numbers, had 40-point outings. Personally, though, I would have voted for Sonya Centron. That's who I think had the best rookie season, not from a popularity standpoint. I mean, Paige did average more buckets. She like she a better scorer though. Like she was putting up all the load on her team. Like they ain't really have much down there. They had a bad season overall. Like she did play good though, but I would just personally I think Central on our team was just like a couple spots away from making the playoffs. Ain't like they just missed out. Like they was in contention but faded down the stretch. So I can't say like, oh, they was right there on the edge of making the playoffs. I mean, they was close to making the playoffs, but I just think her team, she contributed to greater success to her team as a rookie. Like she's playing with other rookies on her team as well. Like a lot of other rookies on her team, at least two other ones. I was like good players, but still, I think she had a great season. And in my opinion, that's who I would have went with. I feel like Paige just, I mean, like I said, she a good ball player. She gonna be great. She get one of the next ones, but I feel like it was just like a preconceived thing she was gonna win. Like I don't know how these media members voting. I mean, if you box score watching and looking at the stats, yeah, like she averaged more points. Feel like the rebound numbers might have been similar, kind of. Paige more assists, 'cause she more of a guard, but they both had good seasons though. WNBA season for sure lost a little steam. You can't say it didn't once Caitlin Clark got hurt. Like the fact that she missed that much of the season, it definitely did like put a damper on it, on the momentum and the thing that was building. They still put a hell of a product out there though last year, but definitely got to say that Caitlin Clark's injury contributed to the WNBA on a little slight, not I don't know, just took a slight little hit. Playoffs is good though. Been some good matchups. Fever won the other night, so it's there. And like the sport is growing, it's gonna continue to grow. There's a good draft class coming up this next year. So we got Flajay and Tanaya Latson. I think like Lauren Betts out of UCLA. There's a lot of dogs coming out right now at a high rate. But then in a couple years, it's gonna be even more. Sarah Strong, Juju. They got them right now. I think Olivia Miles coming up too out this year. But yeah, the sport just gonna keep continuing to grow and expand. So that's definitely exciting on their behalf, on our behalf, like fans of the game. Game gonna keep growing to a better product. They get expanding coming up in a couple years. So that's gonna be good. More team, more everything. Like I don't know about them cities they run rock with. You for sure got to go with Miami, though. You got to put a WNBA team in Miami. That'd be a perfect spot for sure. Let them get a spot down there in Miami. And then I say, like, if you want to grow the game for real, put a WNBA team in a state that don't have like no real protein, because that groundswell gonna be huge because they getting the first pro team, so they gonna want to show that like nation, whatever the eyes gonna be on them, they gonna want to show they can support. So, and it's gonna help grow the game too, because then it's gonna continue to encourage the younger crowd of athletes, women to play basketball, because it's gonna make more of a realization to them going to games in a remote spot, make the game more popular. Yeah, so I definitely think they should try to target of course a major city, because it is about making money. At the end of the day, it is a business. But yeah, that's the route I think they should take as far as like expansion. Maybe we do like one spot like Miami or a bigger city, and then pick another spot that's not as heavy with the pro market and get them ingratiated and get them going. I think that'd be good for the WNBA, but they gonna do whatever they want to do. I just think that's a good decision for them. But Blake Snell, my brother had a great performance last night. That Dodgers rotation looked nasty, rounded into shape going into the playoffs. So I'm excited to see what they doing. he went 7, no runs given up, 12 strikeouts. It got to be some discussions about Blake Snell. Like, in my opinion, he's the best pitcher. Like, between him, Zach Wheeler, Sandy Alcantara fell off. Like, he was building over the last couple years. I mean, Tyree Skubal, come on. Like, you got to give it to Tyree Skubal. He pitched today. But them guys, like, just a handful of guys. I'm trying to think who else. You got to get Framber Valdez. You got to put him in that conversation, even though he went out bad last week. But Garrett Cole, he ain't healthy right now. But when Garrett Cole healthy, I said, yeah, that's about the hand of him. But that Blake Snell, man, when it's like, especially too, in that second half of the season kick in and he healthy, he the best pitcher. And I think he got to be more conversation about him being like all-timer. Because I feel like I want to say he got the highest K per 9 over MLB history. Lefty. Won Cy Young in both leagues. Come on, like, that man a Hall of Famer right now, if you ask me. I think, like I said, it's time to start putting him more in those all-time conversations regarding, like, his situation. Because that man, Blake Snell, he nice. Blake Snell, nice, man. I'm excited to see how the playoffs go. My team, the Rays, ain't even going to talk about them. Ain't nothing worth talking about. But the playoffs heating up, like the playoff race heating up. Pennant race is going to be exciting this year, so we're going to see who end up getting it done. But like I said, expect a lot of points on Thursday Night Football tonight. Expect that Dodgers rotation to keep dominating. Ohtani, Glasnow, Snell, Kershaw coming in, 8, 9 Ks, 10. I think he had like a 10 ball the other day maybe, but they've been going crazy. Snell, Yamamoto, they're going to be ready to do something when the playoffs start. So we just sign in real quick for a quick one for the morning, one for the road. We're going to get up out of here. Have a good one today.